the starting lineup for the visitors.
This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Here's Williams. No good that time. Randall finds Edwards. Back to Randall. Outside Edwards. Fires for 3. No good there. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Dort left side. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the night. And so he hits the technical free throw. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game over Conley, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Outside Williams. Pass to Holmgren. 5 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending. And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
The free throw drops for McDaniels. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Inside, and finished off by McDaniel.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome.
Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His numbers are borderline ridiculous in the best way possible at the moment. He's averaging nearly 33 points a game. Connects from 3-point range.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Here's McDaniels. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Edwards finds McDaniel. And Edwards with the stop.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Under trailing by 8. Outside, Dort. Holmgren in the post. Randall on him. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, Holmgren, not that hard for him at his height, but jamming it through.
Conley with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Gobert. The second chance effort, and it's blocked. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those too. Kevin certainly will.
I agree. Yeah, David, he is fearless. Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And here are the Thunder now. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. The Thunder have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Wiggins. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And stolen by Wallace. And oh, here we go with Wallace. Nobody back. And the slam dunk by Wallace.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Randall. Last game, 26 points. A 3 for DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one. Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo. Wallace. It's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. The shot comes out.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. McDaniels, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And then for Oklahoma City, Aaron Wiggins comes in for Jalen Williams. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Isaiah Joe. Clark, the pass to Reid. The three-pointer is right on target.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Clark. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And this is where the coaching staff applauding the way that Dante right now aggressively is shooting the ball off the catch and shoot.
The kick out to Williams. Off target with his 3.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
It's good. McDaniels got 9.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter.
Williams.
Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Wallace. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard. So it's Minnesota now, after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Clark kicks to DiVincenzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 33 points last game. Wiggins outside. A wide open look here for Caruso. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay. Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Here's Wallace following the bucket by the Timberwolves to the paint. Oh, and he parks it off the glass. Wow. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Wallace. Off target from three-point range. DiVincenzo passes to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first two shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one goes.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
McDaniels finds Alexander Walker. Clark outside. Pass to McDaniels. Over Wiggins. Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. To the left wing. Here's Caruso. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Alexander Walker with the ball. And it's Wallace picking him up. The shot's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Wallace left side. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits from the high post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Excellent shot from SGA. I like seeing them shake loose in the mid-range.
Some changes for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for McDaniel. Edwards comes in for Clark. And Dillingham subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace.
This is an area where Lou Dort is trying to become more effective as a playmaker.
And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11 points. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Thunder have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Shots good by Williams.
And Jalen Williams had a plan there to outwork the defense. He knows you got to bring it to the paint.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. Edwards against Williams. Strong move inside by Edwards.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one goes in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 2 now for the Thunder. And, Bray, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Yeah, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But there's a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. They're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
Here's Holmgren. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City where they were able to handle the Thunder.
And they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Donte DiVincenzo. And it's Conley in for Dillingham. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Cason Wallace, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just the dominant performance on the glass.
And here is Williams. After Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Williams passes to Holmgren over Randle. Holmgren can't hit.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And Randall throws it down.
Some agility shown there by Julius Randle with that frame, able to find a way to score.
34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside, Dort. There's the triple. He doesn't hit that one. Timberwolves leading by 4. Off by Edwards.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Here's Holmgren. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's Conley penetrating. Misses in close. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me? Or have the alternative jerseys around the league gotten a little too creative?
I wish you wear an alternative jersey every once in a while, Ernie.
Yeah, man. You know, your threads are getting
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I gotta see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest.
Thank you for being with us. Now
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Clock at 4. Here's Williams. Good on the 13-footer. Williams has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Thunder.
Yeah, as a shooter, Williams is fairly flexible.
Here's Edwards. Edwards holding off the D and converts.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Pass to Hartenstein. Down low. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from Dort.
How about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Michael Conley. And they're on the break. Here's Edwards. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What hustle!
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. In the third spot, the Timberwolves. The Thunder in fourth.
You know, it's been interesting to see both clubs really clamping down with their pressure on the ball defensively. I mean, forcing turnovers and then getting out in transition to score.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. Holmgren against Randall. Pass to McDaniels. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Thunder trailing by 5. Outside Williams. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels. Minnesota making some changes. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Caruso's checked in.
What a confident play there from Jalen Williams, putting his shot right up and in.
The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Gobert the pass to DiVincenzo. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. DiVincenzo's got 11. Pass to Caruso. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he banks in the layup.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Now here's Randall. Now here's Gobert. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
McDaniels against Caruso. Outside Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Again, it's Jalen Williams. He is in a groove, playing with confidence. Just keep finding him.
Randall outside. Back to McDaniel. Pass to DiVincenzo. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside, Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:14 left in the third. Can't get it to fall.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
McDaniels finds DiVincenzo. Sinks the 3-pointer. DiVincenzo's got 9 points here in the second half. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves leading by 6. To the inside. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 3-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. A shake. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Randall left side. And stolen by Williams. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And not being as aggressive from the 3-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And here's the fast break with 1 on the clock. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 4. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Taking a look at the Thunder. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Clark for 3. Rebound by Williams.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Caruso kicks to Wallace. Wiggins sets a screen for Wallace. Over in the corner, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He misses the free throw. Minnesota making some changes. Einad's checked in, and it's Joe Ingles in for Clark. Jang, he's checked in for the Thunder.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
And he gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Minnesota making some changes. Ours is checked in, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Joe Ingles. Kenrich Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Cason Wallace. Williams sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
I like when Dort seeks out his offense, using that athleticism well there on the drive.
Reed finds DiVincenzo. Reed in the post. He's started by Williams. And Reed throws it down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed with the block.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. No bucket, and that miss is number 6. He's made 7. Tipped away. Miller outside for the finish, and it's Miller with the jam.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. The Thunder also changing it up. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And it's Williams in for Alex Caruso. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. He's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense. And on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys.
Thank you, David. They need this. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. It's Dort on the wing. Outside Williams. Dort with a screen for Williams. 5 to shoot. For the 3. Dort misses. Timberwolves leading by 12. Edwards kicks to Randall. Back to Edwards. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Puts up a 3. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Edwards. Edwards on the bounce, and the shot goes in. And it's now 22 points for Anthony Edwards.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 6th assist on the night. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort misses.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Timberwolves.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Edwards.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's Edwards on the wing, defended by Dort.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Unloads. Got it. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And we'll see you next time.